Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. A little geek, a little chic. I'm Diamond and I'm here today with a book haul for you. I have, it looks like 18 books. So buckle up, grab a beverage. Let's get into it. Okay friends, I have my book stack. It's over here. I'm gonna have to grab them. One moment please. Okay, so I've got the start of the stack. Now, I'm not sure about holding the mic the entire time. I have to just clip it on my shirt and hopefully it doesn't make any noises. Oh, that probably made a big noise there. I am wearing my books shirt because I figured it was fitting for a let's try to get this clipped on here. There we go. Probably as good as we're gonna get. Let's just try to keep my hair out of the situation. Okay. All of these books were purchased by myself and or I received them as gifts. I have a whole bunch of different genres and books. I can tell you right now, if I know that they were a gift, I'll let you know who gave them to me and that it was a gift. Outside of that, I got 2 books at HomeSense in their book section, which is crazy because I've never heard of this before, but I know the author, but I've never heard of this series. And most of the other ones I got at Indigo, and some were pre-orders. My most anticipated reads of the year or authors that I just love, so I pre-ordered it. So we're going to start off with the 2 books that I found at HomeSense. And the author is well-known, well-loved, especially on like BookTube and Book Talk and all that. And that is Lucy Score. So this is The Dead Guy Next Door and The Corpse in the Closet. Apparently this is a cozy mystery that Miss Lucy Score has written. And I'm here for it. She is primarily a romance novel writer, so I have no idea what this is going to be about, but I'm very interested to find out and to read it and see if I like it. It has decent reviews on Indigo and also on Google, or not Google, Goodreads. There we go, the other G, the one that I'm terrible for updating, so I've stopped using it. Full disclosure. So I'm excited to read those and see what they're about. The next one I purchased for myself on Boxing Day at Indigo because they had a bunch of door crashers in Canada, and they had also had a deal on hardcovers. So some of the hardcovers I got were like 30% off plus an extra 10% off, so like 40% off for me. Yeah. Say less. I'm not a big hardcover person, you guys. Like, as you can see behind me, most of my stuff is paperback. However, if it's a author that I love and I really want the hardcover in my collection, I'll get it. Or if it's 40% off and it makes it cheaper than a paperback, I'll get it. This one was on the table for the Door Crashers, and it was dirt cheap, but also I've never heard of this and it sounds interesting. It's about a space mission to find inhabitable options because Earth is no longer inhabitable, and it's called Ultra 85. And that's about all I know. I also know that he wrote Supermarket. Is that what he wrote? Yeah. This is the author that wrote Supermarket, which was a big cult, had a big cult following. It was a hit a couple of years back. So I'm interested to see what this one's about. I have not read Supermarket yet, but this one really gripped me. For some reason, space books just intrigued me. On that note, I did order a book that from one of the OGs, one of my favorite authors, Grady Hendrix. Did I know that he wrote this? No. It is not a horror, you guys. It is a sci-fi, and it's just a little novella. It is so tiny. And it's called Bad Astronauts. And yes, you're reading that right. It is spelled like that. And it's about Melville, South Carolina. And I'm going to read you guys this blurb because it will sell you. It sold me. Melville, South Carolina was out of money, it was out of jobs, and it's all out of hope. And as of today, it's out of astronauts. There were only 2 to begin with, and now one is stuck on the abandoned International Space Station after his mission went south. With NASA's budget cut to the bone, there's no one to bring him back. Eerily reminiscent of the people stuck up there last year. Oof. There's no one to bring him back home, so everyone is too happy to ignore this embarrassing side of American failure and just let him die. But his cousin Walter Reddy isn't going to let that happen. Tanked on vodka, living on a farm whose only crop is cars and on cinder blocks. Walter's a washout from the shuttle program, and he'll be damned if he's going to let his cousin die in the sky like a dog. And so he begins to build a rocket. If America won't rescue the astronauts, he'll do it himself. Violating numerous laws, good taste, common sense, logic, and reason, Walter becomes the lightning rod for people who aren't ready to give up. His farm is transformed into the promised land for misfits, drifters, rocket junkies, pyromaniacs, dreamers, science nerd, and astro hippies, who believe that space shouldn't just be for billionaires, but it won't be easy. Chances are good they'll blow themselves up or get arrested or kill each other before they get into orbit. Say less. I'm reading it. Sold. I had to order it in because nobody has copies around. This is like a very rare anomaly of a book to find of Grady Hendrix. As soon as I saw it existed, I was ordering it. Next book I got off the door crasher table is also like a little novella. Very short, and this one is apparently based around the author's real life, and she is none other than Miss Sophie Kinsella. And this book is called What Does It Feel Like? And so this is like, she said this is the closest thing probably to her life in this little novella. So grab that one. The next 4 books I got from my husband for Christmas. There are more that I purchased. They're over in a different stack. I'll grab those in a minute. But the first one he bought me, I know nothing about, and I'm excited about it. And it says A Grim Reaper's Guide to Catching a Killer. It's like a cozy mystery-esque vibe, and I am here for it. So maybe there'll be more in this series. This one's a Scythe mystery, so I have a feeling it's going to have more books than just this one, but this is the first one. The second one he bought me is number 2 in a series, kind of. I don't know if I haven't read the first one, so I'm not sure how they like intertwine, but it's a group of cozy fantasies written by this author. The author is Rebecca Thorne, and the first one's called Can't Spell Trees Without Tea, and he bought me number 2, A Pirate's Life for Tea. Fancy orange sprayed edges. Excited to have that one. I don't want to read what's on it because it might spoil something in the first one for me. Because I'm looking at it on my shelf right now and have not read it. But it's on the list. The next one he got me is, it says it's a unique, delightful, hilarious, unputdownable romance, adventure rom-com about grumpy sunshine spies. This is Allie Carter, The Blonde Identity. If you are familiar with the name, it is a writer who I didn't read the book of this winter like I was hoping to, and that was Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. She wrote that one. She also wrote this one, so I'm going to read this one, and then when the season comes around again, I'll have to read Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. And the last thing he bought me is a graphic novel, number 5, because I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm looking at them right now. So I got graphic novel 5 for the Saga series. This is kind of like, gives you Romeo Juliet vibes in a space opera-y type setting. So I'm excited to read this. If the artwork is as good as the first ones, I am very excited. And it looks like it is. It's a very interesting world, and I'm here for it. Okay, this next set is all but 3 are hardbacks because I got them at probably the sale. if it's a hardback and I bought it, I got it on sale. The first one is a hardcover book. I had to hunt around to find it because it said that there were 2 in stock. But for the life of me, I could not locate the hardcover. All I could find were the paperbacks. And I'm like, I want the hardcover because it's 40% off. And the paperback is not on discount at all. And I found the hardcover, finally, at Indigo. And that is The Ministry of Time by Kelaine Bradley. I think is how you spell your name. I'm sorry if I butchered your first name. This is Boy Meets Girl. The past meets the future. A finger meets a trigger. The beginning meets an end. I do not know very much, if anything, at all about this book. All I know is Haley Pham read it, and she rated it was one of her best books of the year. I think it was a 5-star. And a lot of people, I've heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm going to read it and see where I fit. And I really hope that I like it. Next is one I got on discount in the clearance section at Indigo, along with another one, and they were both $8, and they're both hardcover, and they're both backlist items from Reese's book club. One is Did You Hear About Kitty Carr by Crystal Smith Paul. This is like very Audrey Hepburn-esque, and it's a blurb on the back by Taylor Jenkins Reid herself. So of course I'm going to read it because the queen, Taylor Jenkins Reid, said amazing things about it. The other one I also got for $8, and that is another backlist Reese book, and that is On Top of the Rooftop. And it's about like a sister singing group whose mother pushes them to make it big, but they all have different ideas of what they want for their life. And it kind of gives me like Jackson 5 vibes. But I'm here for it. I'm here to read this and see what it's about. I haven't had any issues with any of the Reese Book Club picks, so I don't think this one will be any different. I think I would probably love it. I'll give you the 2 other books that I got. This one says 25% off, but it's actually 30% off with an extra 10% off because there was a special that day. These stickers, I'm obviously going to take them off. But it's another Reese Book Club pick, and it is Society of Lies. Do I know what it's about? Not a clue. Am I excited? Yes, because it sounds like rich people drama and maybe college society, sorority issues. So, don't know what it's about, but I'm here for it. Give me the rich people drama. Love me some rich people drama. So I hope that's what it's about. It kind of also gives me 1/5 Avenue vibes. Have you guys ever read 1/5 Avenue? It's a great book. It's been like you hear about everybody's apartments and all their like backstories and all their problems, and it's just fantastic to read. I read that a long time ago. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't read it, pick it up. Or if you have read it, comment down below and let me know, because if you liked it too, because I feel like I'm the only one who's ever read it. Me and like a couple of my friends read it, I think. And I don't know of anybody else. Like every time I bring it up, people are like, I haven't heard of it. So yeah, the last hardcover I got on sale, this one I picked up, and I have not read her first book that I picked up, which is right here, Ice Planet Barbarians. I have to get myself in the right headspace to read that. I feel like I should read it during February because it's got alien intercourse situations. So I've heard crazy things about it, so I'm down for it. Of course, this one is gorgeous. And it's Bull Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon. It is stunning. Can we take a minute for the sprayed edges? And the dust jacket, when you move it, it's absolutely phenomenal. Like, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's like a fairy tale-esque Beauty and the Beast style feeling things to it. See? And there is Minotaur gentleman guy in it, and perhaps Minotaur sexy time. So, note on that one. It seems a bit weird. I'm going to try it because, hey, I'm weird. We're all weird. Why not read a book? It might be the best book I've read. Who knows? I doubt that, but could be close. Now I have 3 final paperbacks. One of them I got on the sale. It was $20 plus an extra 10% off. The sticker's still on it. Don't worry, I will get the sticker off. And that is Blue Sisters. This one here, Coco Malors. It's about 4 sisters and their grief, struggling with grief. I think something happens to one of the sisters and the other ones have to come together. And you don't have to tell me much else. 3 estranged siblings return to their family home in New York after their beloved 4th sister's death in the unforgettable story of grief, hope, and the complexities of family from the acclaimed author of Cleopatra and Frankenstein. All I had to read was that, and I'm like here for some literary fiction and family drama, and just give me some families that are just messed up and come together, I'm here for it. I've also heard really good things about it, so hopefully I'm not being steered wrong, and it is really good. The next one is a auto by author. We already talked about him in this book haul, actually. It was a pre-order, of course, of the brand new Grady Hendrix release, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. So this is like witches who are put in a home, I think, because they are like, if they're impregnated or whatever, like wayward homes for girls back when, but it's witchcraft involved. So this is going to be interesting. All I have here by Stephanie Graham Jones says there's spells, there's witches, and then there's the magic Grady Hendrix conjures up in this amazing novel. I don't need to know very much else. Grady Hendrix's books, I know I'm going to love his writing, so I'm going into this one with just this fantastic cover and the little bits that I've kind of acquired while watching everybody else talk about it, because it's on a lot of anticipated reads this year, and I can see why. It's Grady Hendrix. We love him. Then I picked up one book for myself at a local bookstore because thank God I finally found a regular size copy of Mistborn. All the damn copies they've ever found before this were those mass market paperbacks, and they're like this tall and like this freaking wide, and the print is like Bible size. And I just cannot read them because it's so hard to hold. You got to break the spine to actually read all the words because it goes into the spine. It's irritating. So when I found this copy finally, and I've been looking, I even like always tell my husband, we should see if there's a regular size Grady Hendrix, Brandon Sanderson Mistborn here, because I've heard that that's what I need to start with in his series. I am currently reading his book, Frugal Wizard's Guide for Exploring Medieval England or something like that. Yeah. Surviving Medieval England. Can't remember. But I am loving it. It's funny. His writing's great. I'm excited to get into one of his series. I'm going to start with Mistborn, like everybody says, and work my way into the gigantic ones that I have a copy of right now. I'm looking for it. Oh, The Way of Kings. That one I'm not supposed to start with. I'm supposed to start with this. So I'm going to start with this and hopefully make my way through this series and find the other ones in the same size so I can actually read it and not just like squint and frustrate the hell out of myself. Finally, the last book that I got was a Christmas gift from my little brother. Yes, the same little brother who managed to find me Love Light Farms 2 Christmases ago, or last Christmas, when nobody in Canada had copies left. This year, he surprised me with this. This is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is a pop-out book of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's got like a little tissue paper to protect the pop-outs. But I am so excited. There's like even like pop-outs of the actual like Diagon Alley. Here's one of the chessboard. How cool is that? I am very excited to put this on my shelf. I doubt I will read this copy. I will go through it and see all the pop-outs and stuff, but I don't know that I will. Who knows, I might read this copy. It looks really pretty. Even all the pages are like, there's art on them, and these are the people, I guess, that did the actual art for the movie, and they have their own little shop / Harry Potter museum where you can buy all their books and stuff in, I can't remember where they live, but I am very excited for this. This is going to be great on the shelf. It is hefty, this sucker. So, number 1, acquired. Too bad there's like 6 more. I honestly might have to spread them out across the top if I get them all, because they'll be so heavy that they'll just like concave my shelf. That is all the books that I have acquired in the last like 2 months, December and January. I will see you soon with more content. I will be doing my top 25 books of 2025 that I would like to read. So thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Don't forget to comment down below and tell me what your most anticipated read for 2025 is. Or actually tell me what you got for Christmas. Did you get a really good book for Christmas? that you are super excited about, I would like to know. And I would like to know what it is so that maybe I can get it for myself. Thank you so much for watching.